I bid you welcome.
By the early 50s, the Universal monsters weren't scaring all that much of anyone by that point. World War II had come and gone, and not to mention that the previous decade had seen the monsters fight each other primarily to the point of near parody. So by the time the 50s did indeed roll around, the only the only appearances the Universal monsters were making was when Abbott and Costello got their hands on them. However, that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially in the case of Abbott and Costello meet the Invisible Man. I love Abbott and Costello. Those two were just hilarious in their day. Who's on First? Still a classic. And I've reviewed Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, which is a movie that I first thought I liked Invisible Man more than Frankenstein, but over the years, Frankenstein has edged out Invisible Man for me. But that's not a dig. I still think this movie is quite funny. It follows a boxer who is falsely accused of murder, and Abbott and Costello play private detectives who are trying to find him but end up siding with him. This movie has a lot of Abbott and Costello doing Abbott and Costello things, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. They actually are quite funny, and there is a lot of laughs to go around. At the end of Meet Frankenstein, Abbott and Costello encounter the Vincent Price Invisible Man. It's a cameo, but he is definitely there. Unfortunately, he is not here, and his presence is sorely missed. I mean, it's Vincent Price. He's one of the best to ever do it. But the person that they did end up getting to play the main character, the boxer, did an admirable job. This movie actually sticks very closely to the Invisible Man canon that was established in the first Invisible Man. And by having a picture of the Doctor, played by Claude Rains, in the background. It's in the background, but it is there. I haven't seen the rest of the Invisible Man movies, but from what I understand, trying to make sense of the continuity is like trying to look at a screaming eye picture. You just can't do it. Really, the most impressive thing about this movie is the effects and how in the early 50s they were able to pull some of this stuff off. There's some stuff that definitely has not aged well, especially a couple shots involving Invisible Costello, and it's actually kind of painful to watch, but they're fortunately only a minority. Definitely the most impressive effects-driven shots in the movie is one shot where the boxer is strapped to a table and you see the straps moving, but he's supposed to be there but you can't see him. It's a great effect. And of course the boxing scenes themselves, they're both very funny and also very impressive. Ultimately, I don't think this is the best Abbott and Costello meet movie. I still think that is Frankenstein. That's my new number one. However, this is still funny and definitely worth checking out.